What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bunch of tournament updates for English language tournaments, Western tournaments, for the One Piece TCG, and this stuff is looking good. So let's start off with the first anniversary tournament. Now, I have heard people saying that this is going to be replacing the pre-release for OP-05, and I think it might be, but I'm not actually seeing that stated on the website, so just hold your horses on that one a little bit. I'm not saying it isn't replacing the pre-release for OP-05. I'm actually saying the fact that it is replacing the pre-release for OP-05 makes a whole bunch of sense. I'm saying I haven't personally seen proof of it. If I'm being dumb and I've missed something, please obviously let me know in the comment section. I'll happily pin a comment to correct it. But yeah, regardless of whether it is or isn't, oh my word, this looks exciting. I'm not seeing anything on the Facebook or Twitter saying that it is replacing it, and on the actual website itself that is giving us the information, there's nothing saying it's replacing the OP-05 tournament. However, if you've got something, like I say, let me know. But there is a bunch of cool stuff, and it looks awesome. I mean, starting off, right, now these are happening between the 8th of December and the 29th of December. Great little pre-Christmas treat. And everybody who rocks up gets a Monkey D. Luffy. Now, this isn't a new promo. We've seen this promo. We've had this promo a few times. It's a Chibi Luffy that started life as a magazine promo over in Japan. And it's been given out at a bunch of conventions, etc. over here. But now it's got a new stamp. It's got a rather fetching first anniversary stamp. Cool. Same card, different stamp. Some of you are going to look at this and go, oh my goodness, that's amazing. I must have it. Brilliant. Some of you are looking at this and going, well, it's just the same card we've already had. It's got a new stamp. I don't really see how that's particularly special. You know what? Just as valid, just as good. You do you, ladies and gentlemen. You do you. But it's also bringing in the first anniversary Don as a participation prize, incidentally. 1 card per pack. 2 types in total. This is actually kind of annoying to me, right? Because it's gotten to the point now, just give us a 2 Don. And I know costs and all of that. I understand. I really do. But come on. We've waited long enough for this Don, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Just give us both the Don. Boo! But it does say very clearly on the website, 1 card per pack, 2 types in total. And these are ones we've been waiting for. Because these came out as Psycho Jump promos, oh goodness, months ago at this stage. And essentially what they did a couple months in a row was actually extremely cool. They gave you a half deck of mini cards. And they gave you 5 real, actual, proper Don. And then 1 month when they gave you the Yamato Don, they gave you the Yamato deck box. And when they gave you the Luffy Don, they gave you a play sheet, which is Luffy on one side, Yamato on the other. But basically, with those 2 issues, you would get 10 Don cards, 5 Luffy, 5 Yamato. An entire deck of mini cards, they are tiny little cards, they're amazing. And then a play sheet and a little deck box. And it was really, really awesome. One of the coolest magazine promotions I've ever seen in any country. It was brilliant. Obviously, I picked them both up, and it was lovely. And the thing was, because in Japan they gave you 5 Don per magazine, you could literally buy 2 magazines, and then you would have a playset of whichever Don it was you actually wanted. It was beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely beautiful. Here we get 1 card with 1 of the 2 at random. And this is kind of what I mean. Like in Japan, you buy a magazine, and these magazines are like £3. They're really cheap. And then you get 5 of the Don of whichever magazine it comes with. You know, Yamato 1 month, Luffy the previous month. Here we enter a tournament, we get 1 of the 2 at random. Just give us both the Don. Come on. Come on. And of course, let's not forget that I thought these Don were going to be in the double pack. And incidentally, right, obviously they weren't. Just to be clear, we know that one of them was the Don Quixote Rocinante, and one of them was the crocodile stabbing Luffy. One of the coolest Don we've had, to be maybe the coolest Don we've had. I've seen a bunch of people on the Facebook groups being like, who's selling a playset of this Don? Who's selling 10? Honestly, don't blame them. It's awesome. But we see products like that, and then we could say a similar thing with the Devil Fruit collection, which again came with 2 Don, which I just assumed was going to be these as well. Not incidentally, we've got one with Luffy facing down Crocodile and one with Luffy scarring himself. And we had 2 unreleased Don, and we had these products coming with 2 new Don. I mean, come on. Bad predictions can be right and good predictions can be wrong. Based on the information we had, I stand by that was a good prediction, just turned out to be wrong. Well, it turned out they were saving these promo Don for the first anniversary tournament. Yay! And then we get to the anniversary pack. Now, this is why we all think it's going to be replacing the OP-05 pre-release. And to be clear, I'm not saying it's not replacing the OP-05 pre-release. I'm saying I've not found actual confirmation. And on this channel, I like to not share things as confirmed unless they're actually confirmed for pretty obvious reasons. If it's confirmed, I'm going to tell you. If it's not confirmed, I'm going to make it clear it's not confirmed. But if you look on the front of the pack here, it clearly says Awakening of the New Era, OP-05, first anniversary tournament pack, 2 cards per pack. So we know the cards are from OP-05. We also know there are 75 types in total, 2 cards per pack. Now, the 2 cards per pack, 75 types in total, certainly sounds a lot like a pre-release. So this is where we go and have a little bit of a look. And we go, well, hang on a second. If it was a pre-release, and what we would do is we would add up all of the common and uncommon cards. And then the total of those cards would be how many stamped different cards we could get. And you know the answer is 75. You don't need to go and look. For anyone wondering, it's 30 uncommon and 45 common, but you already knew it added up to 75. Obviously, it added up to 75. And it literally says Awakening of New Era OP-05 on the front of the pack. So clearly, this is one of those where when you get it, you get yourself 2 random cards of the common and uncommons from OP-05 stamped with first anniversary. They're not stamped with pre-release. They are stamped with first anniversary. So yay, whoop, etc. I love this, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love this. Of course, this does raise the pretty fair question of, well, all right then, Wassy, which cards from OP-05 do we actually want? I mean, we're very early in the metagame over in Japan, so we don't have a huge amount of information. However, the uncommon Frankie has been seen play in some of the Luffy decks, which are doing very well over in Japan. If you have 8 or more Don on the field, it gains Rush as a 5-cost counter plus 2,000. That seems like a pretty good card, right? Or Gamma Knife, a nice event scene play in all those purple decks as well. The Don -1, give up to one of your characters minus 5,000 power during this turn. Or it's got that purple trigger we've seen a bunch that just gives you a Don from your Don deck set as active. That's quite a nice one, right? We'll see which other ones end up seeing a bunch of play as we go through. For me, I want Holy. Be honest with you. It's adorable. Massive dog gonna fight you. It's a common. That's the one I want stamped. Of all the ones out there, I just want that one stamped. Until they go and put a smoker out there, and right now, they haven't gone and done that yet. That's what I want, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I want. For what it's worth, the Enel from OP-05 is actually doing very well in tournaments at the moment. It just doesn't really play any common or uncommon OP-05 cards. It does, if anybody's wondering, play Garatsu, but that's a rare card, so it's not coming in this pack stamped. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's just the way it is. Now, if you go and win the anniversary tournament, I have wonderful, wonderful news. You get the stamped Monkey D. Luffy. The vanilla 10-cost 12,000 power Luffy is finally coming. Except it's awkward, alright? Because this Luffy actually exists as 3 different cards. I'm not even kidding you. The day I got the first 2 prints of this card landing on my doorstep, shout out to the lovely Poketage for helping us get them, the 3rd version of this was gone and revealed, so boo, etc. Now, the one we're not getting is one that was just a promo that was given out over in Japan on One Piece Day and is also now being used as a tournament promo. I'm sure we'll get that somewhere down the line. This is the version that, along with Kaido, was included in the anniversary book over in Japan. Buy the book, get a couple of promos, jobs are good 'em. Really good. And I know I've already had a bunch of questions about the Kaido, which is a really nice card. Basically, if your opponent's got 10 Don on the field, Kaido can't be KO'd. It's kind of hilarious, plus beautiful artwork. Yeah, no idea where that one's coming. No idea where the other Luffy's coming. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. And as I told you, there is actually now a third version of this Luffy, because apparently 2 versions of Luffy wasn't enough. It's being given out at the Bandai tour. So the games tour, which is going on all over the place. Well, mostly Asian territories and then LA. There is another version. Same card, different artwork. So there are now 3 of them, which are out there. The one we're getting is the one from the anniversary book, but it is stamped with the first anniversary in a way that the others aren't. Interestingly, if we go to pre-releases, as a general rule, we tend to get slightly altered art on the winner's card. That is not what's going on here. We're actually getting a whole, brand new card, and as it stands at the moment, though there are other versions of it, none of those other versions are actually out yet. So, as it stands at the moment, and this is a 10 cost 12,000 power, it's a legit relevant card. I often equate it to the Kaido from OP-01, but remember, if your leader isn't Animal Kingdom Pirates, then Kaido doesn't get his skill, and then this is better than Kaido because it's got counter, whereas the Kaido doesn't have counter. So, in a non-Animal Kingdom Pirates deck, this is a genuinely good, relevant card. In Animal Kingdom Pirates, there is no reason to play this over Kaido. Just don't do it. But outside of Animal Kingdom Pirates decks, this is actually a legit playable card. So there are other versions. There's no way this is the only way we see this card. But as it stands at the moment, it is interesting to note that this is essentially a unique card that can only be got here. So you enter, you get the stamped Chibi Luffy, and you get an anniversary pack, and you get one of the 2 Don at random. Lovely. And then you win, you go and get the Monkey to Luffy. Seems like this is going to replace OP-05 pre-releases. Remember, that release is in December, so this is over the same time. And the first anniversary pack is clearly the same cards that would be in an OP-05 pre-release pack. And having a, book promo as a winner's promo is clearly the kind of thing they would do for a pre-release as well. Really looks like it, but I've not yet seen any confirmation. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to know, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Tell me which cards from OP-05 you want to be picking up. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk One Piece and card games and One Piece and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.